Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, and I welcome you all to this another episode, and also thanks for joining this program. If this is your first time of hearing my voice, please endeavor to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and make sure as you are watching, please kindly drop your opinion at the comment section. Here are the news in details. Ex-Agf Malami cries out as bandits kill nearly 200 people in Kebbi community. Another headline: Bola Ahmed Tinubu nearly attacked in Kaduna. Benue state killings: how community members gave food, women, accommodation to attackers. Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa: make the order now. This madness has to stop. Cubana chief priest tells Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So, my good people of Biafra, these headlines is what we are going to dissect this morning as we move forward. First of all, let us start from Ex-Agf Malami, as he cries out for bandits, where they don't buy over 200 people in his own state and town, which is Kebbi state. What goes around comes around. Why do I say so? Malami orchestrated the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the extraordinary rendition back to the Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting this kind of thing. Nnamdi Kanu opens every canker worm and caterpillar. Nnamdi Kanu opened every secret that made them, they want him dead or alive. Don't forget, there was a time the Northerners stake 100 million naira bounty on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, dead or alive. And when Malami went all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they were celebrating, and he gave a broadcast in Hausa language. This one is one too many. Don't forget, anybody who dares to touch the Biafrans always end disastrously in one way or the other. Let us start from the Yakubu Gowon. Ojukwu told him one thing, that you are killing my people unprovoked. And that is rather a cause, not telling him one thing or a prophecy. No, it is a cause. He told him that you will be alive and see your own people more than. In fact, you may even find it difficult to do what? To handle or contain the kind of killing that will be going on in your own state. Yakubu thought it was just an empty talk. You don't know that touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And anybody the gods are with, anybody the gods are fighting for, my brother, you dare not. Because that iron rod inside fire, if you go close to it, it will burn you. This one is one too many, as I said earlier. Gowon have received his own to the extent of breaking down in tears when he was giving a kind of interview or a speech. But behind that cry, some people don't see anything. Some people see it, maybe he's regretting his answer. No. Behind that cry, there's a very deep pain and sorrow. What is that pain? Gowon have finished his work on earth. He need to go. All the people he fought this thing with, I don't think there's anybody that is still remain except him and Obasanjo, which Obasanjo is going to receive his own his own share of the massacre that goes on in Odi and in Biafra land. Gowon now is crying in anguish. He is begging death to come and take him, but death refused. Do you know how many times I've given that man injection for him to buy? But injection make him more stronger. In other words, God is keeping him. Let him witness the Nigerian he said he fought to be one. Look at Benue, 200 under space of 4 hours. Little children that have not committed any sin. Little children, the only offense they committed is that they are Benueans. The only offense they committed is that they claimed, or rather the so-called leaders claimed they voted for them. and they couldn't protect them. That is the only offense those children committed. In Benue, what is the offense of Benue? Benue massacred Biafrans during the 1966 pogrom, when they said that it is an Igbo coup. How does it become an Igbo coup? How? Okay, let's put it behind us. Our brothers, aged mothers, our ancestors, our pregnant wives and pregnant sisters that are everywhere, they run for their life all the way from the northern part of the country. When they get to Plateau, when they get to Jos, when they get to Makurdi, when they get to what they call it, what is the name of anyway, let me, I've forgotten this thing. River Benue. They were thinking that, oh, thank God I escaped this Muslim jihadist. I think I have arrived my home. Here I can interact with my own Christian brothers. Do you know what they did? None of them who made it to that area ever crossed that area again. Many of them were slaughtered. A lot were thrown into the river Benue. A lot of our women who are pregnant, their fetus were open and their little child was smashed on an iron rod that ended their life. Now, Benue is receiving their own part of the bargain. That is how it is. You dare not. Buhari, whether he's dead or alive, I swear that guy and whatever he represents, we see suffer. They will even ask for death to come, and death will refuse to come. That is by the way. Anyway, let us just read the message for reading's sake. Just help me to celebrate that what goes around comes around. It has started happening in Malami. Very soon, he will run to UK because that is where they are always promising them heaven and earth. Once they can be able to do the bad business or the bad bidding of the Britain. Because that is where the so-called Gowon is living now. His ancestral land has been taken over. Bandits have taken over his home with all the whole security. You dare not touch them because these are the people you groom. These are the people that used you against your own Christian brothers and you slaughter them. Now you are crying that it is never the good decision you fought to keep Nigeria one. Okay, you have seen the Nigeria you fought to keep one. I am very sure that Gowon will be crying day and night. Even if Gowon died tomorrow, in his grave, he can never rest in peace because he will keep on crying. They will keep on flogging him. Even in the land of the spirit, Gowon, you fought to keep Nigeria one. Well, look at the Nigeria you fought to keep one. Rubbish. I beg, let us go straight to the reason why we are here this morning. I think I have analyzed this news enough. If you get this message, help me do me one thing, please. Drop your opinion in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think that Malami have started receiving his own part of the bargain, or you still think that Thunder need to visit him? Drop it in the comment section. You went all the way to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. I repeat again, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So we wonder again to Biko Orejena. Let us go there. According to Malami, say bandit have reportedly, you hear it? They have reportedly taken the lives of almost 200 individuals in Taduga ward, located within the Zulu local government area of Kebbi State. The assailants, who reportedly numbered more than 50, launched an assault on the community during the night on Monday when residents have settled into their homes. Exactly what happened. A former Attorney General of the Federation, Ex-Agf Abubakar Malami, confirmed this incident in a statement released on Wednesday by his media aide, Mohamedo Bello Doka, characterizing the attack as both grievous and barbaric. But let me pause and say this thing. If you go and check very well those people that are being killed, you find out that they are all Christians also. Go and check, go and make your verifications. You find out they are all Christians. Kebbi State, I have lived there. Majority of them are Christians. Okay, let us continue. Malami expressed that the heartbreaking loss of nearly 200 innocent lives represents a painful mark on the shared conscience and severe as a stark reminder of the pressing necessity for comprehensive securing measures and development initiatives throughout the communities. I am very sure Malami is going to tender public apology to the Biafrans and to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the victims' families, and we pray for the peaceful repose of the departed souls. May Almighty Allah grant them Janatul Fidus and comfort those left behind with strength and healing. This attack is not just a tragedy for Zulu or Kebbi State. It is a national catastrophe that demands swift and decisive action. Zulu and its surrounding local governments, Dankozi, Fakai, Sakaba, and Zulu are in their need of attention, Malami noted. Alright, see what thing happen now, eh? This one is just the case of I know my cripple and my cripple know me. Malami, you know the Fulanis whom the people are using to buy people in the south. Now the same Fulanis have already turned against you. But this one is a different Fulani that is killing you in your own states. Hey, voila. It is unacceptable that in 2025, these regions will still suffer from lack of motorable roads, inadequate hospitals, poorly equipped schools, and a fragile securing structure. And you are lamenting Malami? 8 years being Ex-Agf. What is your achievement? You stole over $40-something billion of oil revenue. Nobody is asking you anything again. We condemn this act of terror in the strongest terms and call on both the Kebbi State and government, Kebbi State government and the federal government of Nigeria to immediately ramp up efforts to defend and protect our people. The primary responsibility of government is the security and welfare of its citizens, and that duty must not be neglected. Let me also chip in something here because Malami want to contest for governorship of Kebbi State. This incident, I can tell you this for free of charge. Malami may be orchestrated, may be the one to orchestrate these killings, just to sabotage the government of the day because they want him to come and contest for the governorship of Kebbi State. Believe it or leave it, this is politics. Politics in Nigeria is using people's lives and property to play politics. So tomorrow now he will come to that very region now and promise to protect them, promise them heaven and earth, and tell them that this governor now cannot protect them. Yes, that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So forget about that. President Tinubu nearly attacked in Kaduna. These are people who get mind. How many of our Igbo brothers and sisters have ever even said anything to our governors or even local government chairmen? Everybody is minding their business. President Tinubu was nearly attacked while delivering his speech in Kaduna yesterday. Nigeria News report that the president was in the north, or rather in the northern state, to commission some projects done by the Onai Sani-led administration. While delivering his speech, an unidentified individual made a move at the president's position, but he was quickly tackled by Tinubu's bodyguards. Meanwhile, Nigeria News had earlier reported that Tinubu commended the Kaduna State Governor Ubasani for his developmental projects and impacts on the people of the state. Speaking during the commissioning of the 300-bed hospital at Millennium City, Tinubu said Kaduna State has witnessed progress under the leadership of Governor Sani. The newly commissioned project was named Bola Ahmed Tinubu Specialist Center. We have witnessed progress. You have prioritized people. I'm very proud of what you are doing, Bola Ahmed Tinubu told the state governor. Furthermore, Tinubu commended Sani for turning what he described as a toxic environment in Kaduna State into one of the progress and development. Ubasani has performed wonders and changed the environment from a previous toxic, uncontrollable environment to a state of life, progress, and development. I say thank you. my comrade, the president said. This one is jabbing that have been thrown to Malami El-Rufai, and he will respond. I know. Benue killings, how community members gave food, women, accommodation to attackers. They must surely find a way to blame the people. These are people who lost over 200 people. And if Nigeria is a working country, or if that zoo is a working country, Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa is supposed to be called to come and explain how, who gave him the information. Yes, anybody who gave you this information must be apprehended, and he will provide those people where they are. Since you said that they give them women, give them accommodation, and Keneko, trying to shift the blame now to the people of Benue instead of them that have not done their work well. You were there how many weeks ago because of an attack of 52 people that died. You left, 200 people was killed. They're supposed to hold you responsible. But look at it now. Is that not a zoo? It's obvious. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has alleged that some community members in Benue State were accomplices to the attackers who killed several residents recently in Ďèàtħ community of Benue State. CDS Musa made the allegation while speaking on Thursday during an expanded media interaction at Defense Headquarters in Abuja. The military chief alleged that some local informants provided accommodation, food, and even women to the bandits and terrorists who carried out the recent deadly attack. He added that the informants also helped the attackers to identify the location of the internally displaced persons camped in Ďèàtħ. Nigerians report that Musa further disclosed that the troops had received intelligence about the potential attacks in various communities across Benue State and were mobilized accordingly. However, upon arrival at the initial mentioned locations, it turns out the information was misleading as the real attack had already been executed in Ďèàtħ using a hit and run approach. Hit and run approach for 4 good hours. For 4 good hours. These criminals were harbored by the people in the community. They were given food. They were even given women. They were guided on where the IDP camp was located. Yet, security forces received no information, the Chief of Defense Staff lamented. He, however, added that based on the directive of the President, the full National Security Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, and intelligence agencies have been activated to track down the armed criminals and bring them to justice. He called on the communities to see security as a joint effort, not just the responsibility of the security forces. This is why we consistently urge communities to be vigilant and report suspicious activities. Security is everyone's responsibility, he stated. He proposed learning from countries like Pakistan, which successfully built a fortified double-layer border wall to separate itself from Afghanistan. The Chief of Defense Staff offered heartfelt condolences to the families and communities affected by the Benue attacks, especially the tragic killings of Ďèàtħ and the other violence-striking areas across the country, and retreated the commitment of the armed forces of the protections of lives and properties. These senseless killings weigh heavily on our hearts. We remain fully committed to ensuring justice and restoring peace to every part of Nigeria, he said. Make the order now. This madness must stop. Cubana chief priest tells Tinubu, see this baby goat. See this baby elephant. Tink Babini. Others are talking now. You can talk. Popular Nigerian socialite and nightlife entrepreneur Okechukwu Pascal, better known as Chief Priest, has joined the increasing calls for Malami Tinubu to end public grazing following the tragic massacre in Benue State. Nigerian reports that the celebrity barman in a post shared on Instagram urged Tinubu to take immediate action by outlawing open grazing throughout the country. He emphasized the importance of ranching as a more sustainable and safer solution. Chief Priest further urged the people of Benue to prioritize their safety, adding that defending themselves is not a crime. He wrote, "My president, make that order now. End public grazing. The level of damage done is brutal. This madness has to stop. Feed your cattle in your ranches, if you so desire. Benue people, sharpen your sword. No grief for anybody to buy you. To defend yourselves, no be crime. Meanwhile, the Malami Tinubu has pledged that the federal government will confront the issue of land grabbing head on if it is found to be at the root of the recurring attacks in Benue State, particularly the recent massacre in Ďèàtħ. Speaking on Wednesday during a town hall meeting different from Balabulu with his stakeholders in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, Tinubu said Nigeria must put an end to the violence that it has claimed hundreds of lives and displaced entire community. Nigerians report that the Malami Tinubu declared, "We were not elected to bury people and have orphans and orphanages. We will work with you to achieve peace." The president acknowledged the rising tension over land disputes and directed that it be addressed holistically. Land issue. A foreigner coming to have a land issue in my own country, in my own state, in my own locality, in my own village, in fact, in my own ancestral land. On our way done, On our way done. On our way done. Anyway, what do I have to say? Nothing more and nothing less. We're only here as a missionary. In one way or the other, when we finish our mission, all of us must depart. But the question there now is, what is your legacy? What is that when people remember you, they will be happy that why this guy have to go? Are you the kind of people that when they remember you, everybody will begin to say Tofiakwa? Make amends. In any way you find yourself as a leader, try to use that position to better the lives of people around you. That is my own take this morning. Have a nice day, and may good Lord continue to bless us all. Happy Friday once again. It is well with all of us. I love you all.